I just graduated. I was driving my car. A deer popped out. I totaled my car on this deer, smashed my windshield. The whole front of the car was dented. The car was totaled. And I remember my dad turning to me being like, okay, now you got to grow up, because at the time I had everything paid off. I always worked really hard to not have anything keeping me in place. So if I wanted and I got a golden ticket, I can take that golden ticket and go and be free to do it. So everything, my phones would be paid off, my car, my motorcycles, everything was paid off. And at that time he was like, oh, well, now you got to get a car, get an apartment. You just graduated. Like, welcome to the real world. I go, I don't think so. I'm going to move to Thailand. And I dropped everything. I took the paycheck from the insurance company for the car. And I moved to Thailand, lived in Bangkok for 2 months. I made my pro debut. And I had my face broken in my pro debut from an accidental headbutt in the last 10 seconds.
Which stadium were you at? Lumpini?
This was Super Muay Thai. It was my first ever pro fight. I fought Matteo Selli, Peruvian guy that was gold medalist Pan Am. I didn't know any of these things. I was a young, cocky kid. I had like 12 wins in a row in Muay Thai. I just did 2 months in Bangkok. I fought him. I beat him on decision. But in the last 5 seconds, he dove under my cross. And when he came up, the top of his head hit the side of my face here. It broke 3 bones inside the nose. And then, see, I'm not as beautiful when you look at the camera as I used to.
We got his wrong side.
You can see, yeah, they got my wrong side. I was telling him before we started the podcast is that, like, my right side is really beautiful.
It was actually the whole setup is the other one. I just knew you were coming, so we thought we'd stitch you up a bit. No, I'm joking.
You can see the left side is more. You can't see the curve of my nose as much from the right. On the left, you can see it's curved here. And then I also have a bump here that used to never be there. I used to have a smaller nose, actually, believe it or not. I have pictures for proof. But he broke 3 bones, and then one that was attached to, like, the orbital plate under the eye. And I knew I had to take a little time off. I went down south, and then I was with the legendary Lawrence Kenshin that no one knows who he is. I was with the ghost of Lawrence Kenshin, the striking breakdowns guy. Sean and Namsak Noi was on the islands building his gym.
Which island was that?
That was on Koh Phangan.
Okay.
And I was just taking like a week to kind of process everything. A girl I was dating at the time and I broke up because she thought I was going to come back to the States, and I decided to stay in Thailand.
If you enjoyed this content, we're doing 5 clips like this a week. If you want to watch the full podcast, click here.